No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
You are the ex-champion, Olin.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure 4 leg lock.
Coming at you live from Cousin Tyrone's basement.
We're back. I've been gone with King Gunther, essentially. I feel like that's the last time you heard from us. But my guy's back. A lot to talk about here in King Gunther's guest room. Happy to be back recording with my brother DreRawka.
Yes, salute to everybody that tapped in and listened to and watched the Braxton Hicks Big Country episode we did.
Big Country.
Fun episode. A lot of fun on that episode. Thank you for your time, Big Country. It was a blast. Good
dude, man. Just a solid, and I'm not even coming from an angle of he gave us merch. He's just a cool guy to talk with.
Oh yeah. I when we got home, I was like, the whole Braxton Hicks. We didn't touch on nothing about that until I didn't even realize until Tressa was like, hey, Braxton Hicks is false labor, right?
Yeah, contractions. Yeah. I didn't think about that. In my head, I was like, why do I know that name? Just like, why do I know Braxton Hicks? But yeah. And then you text that and I was like, oh shit, that's why I know it.
Yep. So great episode. It's out right now. You can get it however you get your podcast and YouTube. Go check it out. Go run the numbers up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, Wonder, it has been a while since we've done this right here. Me and you and I. Where would you like to start? We got a WrestleMania preview next. We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
So, but we do have a final card for WrestleMania. Maybe we could touch on that just a little bit.
We do. I think we need to go with what people are so upset about right now. What has been the talk of the past week and some change is the Pat McAfee was the person on the phone. Where do you and I haven't really talked about this, but
not at all.
How do you feel about this?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of guests, right? My number one guess was KO. I think KO had his surgery. I assumed he's possibly, if he's cleared, he should be coming back soon. Yeah. I thought for sure KO, especially with the way that him and Randy left their little partnership before he got injured. So I thought for sure it was KO. KO's going to come back. We'll have him or whatever. Did not think Pat McAfee, my assumption or my prediction for a Pat McAfee return, because we knew he was coming back, was going to be the box that ended up.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, Danhausen's. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I did not expect Pat McAfee to come back in a managerial or a athlete position. But it seems like Pat's going to probably lace up some boots, maybe.
So obviously we're a week removed from this. The weirdest, it made no sense because, it could have made sense if we wouldn't have gotten the whole Randy on the phone saying there is more than one royal family, which is obviously what Cody says of wrestling, which is what Cody says at the beginning of his song. We hear that at the beginning of the Cody entrance music. So in my head, I was like, okay, this is someone else involved in wrestling from a family perspective. Worst case scenario, it's his dad, which is Cowboy Bob Orton. What does that do for us? Not a lot, right? Does that move the needle? Do we care? Yeah, not so much. Then you think, okay, maybe The Rock, right? Maybe he's finally coming back because of Cody not accepting, not giving his soul, all that shit. But, and then I had to tell myself, no, it's not going to be The Rock. I got to quit getting hyped for my guy, Dwayne. Love him to death. It's not him, right? So then I'm like, when we saw Stephanie, I thought to myself, is it Shane? Could it be Shane O'Mac? Because I don't think they're letting Vince within 1,000 yards of WrestleMania. I was like, maybe it's Shane O'Mac. Not Shane O'Mac. And then there was all these other names that popped up that were just fucking ridiculous. So when it was Pat McAfee, I was so thoroughly confused, right? And only because of that one line that Randy said. because that led you to believe it's someone that's tied, that has a family, family within WWE, and Pat is not that, like, at all. So it was very confusing. I don't hate, if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would hate that it was Pat that he was talking to, because they can spin this and get it. But also at the same time, like when he went and said what he said about the Attitude Era and all this, like, yeah, he's speaking from a real fan's perspective, but why is he just going to back Randy? Like, it's just so weird, right? And I from a creative, or, apparently they talk about TKO, and who the fuck knows what to believe anymore, right?
Yeah.
After Seth's injury, I don't know what's real and what isn't, but you get these reports of like TKO stepping in because ticket sales are so bad, and Ari Emanuel, who's like the main guy there, is Pat's one of his clients, so he sends him there. And okay, I don't know, the whole thing's so weird, and they're doing this again where they're walking this line of what's real and what's kayfabe and what's real. And as much as I hated it being Pat, I think in a sense it spun up a lot more talk about this match. I didn't necessarily think it needed it from a wrestling fan perspective, but maybe from like everyone else looking in, a casual, maybe it helped it in some way. I don't think ticket sales have changed much. And, Punk saying make the tickets cost less, like that hasn't happened because I've been checking.
Yeah.
Those tickets are still expensive. So I don't know. I again, if it wasn't for the one moment where Randy said there's more than one royal family in wrestling, I would have been like, oh, okay, it's Pat. That's fucking weird. But it's okay. But I don't know, man.
I want to see how this plays out. I don't hate Pat McAfee. I think Pat McAfee,
absolutely not.
With the Michael Cole situation with Gunther, like there was a lot of great things that Pat McAfee did. So I think there is something there. It's just how do they tie this in? And that's my question for you: is how do they make this make sense?
It has to be someone sent Pat, because here's the deal: if it's Pat shows up, does the Mania thing, and disappears, Cody just goes over, and that's it. Like that, I don't need that. Like this needs to be a longer story than just Mania is over and it's over.
Oh, so does that mean that Randy's going to get the title then? Because if you're going to go long,
that
would make sense. Put the title on 15 times. Put the title on them. Get a faction going, almost like a corporation or some type of executive.
That's what I'm saying.
Faction.
Like get Shane O'Mac back in there, right? Stephanie coming out was interesting because I was like, why is Steph here? And then when she said what she said to Cody and smacked him, right? I was like, oh, okay. So maybe, it's got to be more than just Pat, because what? Like it's Pat McAfee. Like,
hey,
right?
Shane does not have a good record with WrestleMania the last few times.
He just can't wrestle. Like he's not leapfrogging anybody.
What's the pop? Here comes the money, Vegas, cash machine noises. Is this a pop that's going to go crazy?
Dude, I think I don't remember where I said this. I think it was you and I talking about this. But the loudest pop I've heard in person was that Here Comes the Money at WrestleMania 39. Including myself. Everyone lost their shit. And then, you had him tearing his quads. But, dude, when that hit, that's such a fire, obviously there's Stone Cold's glass breaking. There's a Road Warriors or Legion of Doom. But
what else?
Here comes the money.
What other pops come to mind when you hear
your favorite Undertaker?
Undertaker's dog?
The dong. Yeah.
Oh, hilarious.
You love the dong.
What does that look like though? Like Pat let's say hypothetically this is kind of what happens. Pat McAfee gets the call from the executives, aka Shane O'Mac. He's like, yo, you got to go do something. You got to go make this thing happen. Pat McAfee then ties himself to Randy Orton. Now we got Randy Orton, Shane O'Mac, Pat McAfee. Do they add another athlete to
I think
this?
so. You know who's kind of ending a relationship that he's in with a faction is Grayson Waller. And I think Grayson Waller could use a solid rub, right? Pause.
I agree.
From something like that, because he's great. But yeah, I think so. Why not? Factions are fun. Maybe it's just me and like the age we are and like the era that we watched, but was there anything funner than a faction? For a while, that's all there was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Minus Stone Cold. Stone Cold was the one where until he did join, the
Triple H
Alliance or whatever it was called. But prior to that, I felt like for a long time he was the only one who just stood on his own.
Which is why the people love him so much, right?
Yeah.
It's the guy that stood alone. It was the guy that you didn't know if he was a bad guy, good guy. He was just a guy that was out there kicking some ass and giving his boss the middle finger.
Yeah, and that's why he will forever be the number one. As you bring up, Roman Reigns needed the bloodline for that.
I'm gonna tell you, and I'll die on this hill that Roman Reigns in totality is a bigger celebrity, or I should say celebrity, a bigger superstar than Stone Cold.
Okay, well, we'll just have this another time because obviously we all are going to disagree about this.
Numbers and everything. I'm talking about numbers, sales, everything. Popularity, I don't know.
There's more people on Earth right now.
Well, and I guess you would say Roman probably had a longer
run.
Main guy run.
Yeah. Well, Stone Cold left early.
Yes.
He was pissed. And a little injured. Either way. Back to what we were talking about. So, I'd love to see that little faction, little corporation gig. I don't know, and maybe Hunter sent it because Hunter is tired of the bullshit with Cody, right?
Well, I don't remember when Rocky told him he needed to make it right when Cody disrespected his family.
Mm-hmm.
What if this is Triple H making it right against Cody?
Could be. I would say that's a very long-term vision. And I don't know if WWE is truly in for that, but maybe. I'd hope so. I would love to shift gears for a moment. And again, we're not going to give any predictions. We're just catching people up on what's been going on. I loved Gunther coming out to attack Seth. A lot of people were like, why? That's stupid. Listen. There's two ways to think about this, and they kind of put some motion in on. I think it was this last Raw, but if you're just a fan of wrestling, and you're like, I just want to watch something, I want to watch a good match. Gunther Seth, there's no. I don't know if you could put two better people together to have an amazing match. So there's that aspect, but then when we get the Gunther Paul Heyman exchange backstage on Raw, where he's like, I don't know why you did that, but thank you. And then when Gunther says, I want Seth to think it's personal because it is, but for you owe me a lot more than a thank you. Right there, I said, oh shit, my king is going to retire Brock Lesnar. He's going to make Paul Heyman set up this match, potentially SummerSlam. That's in Minneapolis, I believe, where he's from. Let's end it. Let's get this guy out of here. Very excited for that.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing. And there's a lot more stuff to happen, right? But I feel like that's what you owe me a lot more than a thank you is.
So is Seth just we need somebody? We need to get him in there.
I think so. And it's just going to be a fucking great match. But I think it then moves the storyline forward for Gunther, puts him in something after Seth, right? Because Gunther wants something from Heyman. Potentially we get the Braun Breaker return, maybe a quick spear to Seth, set that off to go into the summer, set off Gunther Lesnar, right? I'm all with it. I am in regards to Lesnar, and we'll talk about this more next week, I am extremely worried / bummed that Lesnar Oba is on the first hour that's free on ESPN2.
The free hour on
Because
ESPN.
I understand you're trying to get people to pay for the app if they don't have it, right? It's not a part of what they have. But it being free for the first hour tells me that it may not be the best match. Because if you see that match and it's fire, is that going to make you be like, oh, well, yeah, not... Hold on, let me see the card, because what comes on after that?
Ladders is first is what they have on the order, I think.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about from... I don't even see where it went. My phone is just... It's out of this world. But, like, let's say that's an amazing match, okay? And then you look at the rest of the card, and it's a little lackluster. So let me just pull that up because I know it's here somewhere.
Is it night 1?
Night 2. Okay.
Night 2?
So then it's like, no, and I don't want to say lackluster in a sense of like, these matches can't be good, but are they going to live up to what Oba Brock could be, right? So like, let's say we get the ladder match, which I'm excited for. Also, hey, that's on the first hour. Then we get Oba Brock. So then the main card, Sammy Trick. To me, even though I love Trick and I love Sammy, put that in place of Oba Brock. But hype up Oba Brock. Because when you got like regular ass, Joes that are watching that may not check into wrestling often, but maybe they're UFC fans and they're like, oh, Brock, okay. You hype that up. You show all this shit. You show Oba just crushing Brock Lesnar in their exchanges. That would make me, as a person who didn't watch a lot, if I was that type of person, be more apt to be like, okay, yeah, I'll pay for the app, or I'll sign up to get the 7-day trial. You know what I mean? Whereas you get that match, you get the cool ladder match. Yes, very dope matches, potentially. But then it's like, okay, who's Trick Williams? Who's Sami Zayn? Okay, Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill. They both look amazing, but do I care about that? Dominic Mysterio against some guy who paints his body. Like I'm saying, if you don't watch wrestling. Oh, Roman Reigns, I've heard of him. CM Punk, okay. It just doesn't make sense to me from a marketing perspective to do what they're doing. And that makes me worry that the match isn't going to be what we all want it to be. Could be wrong. But.
You're absolutely right. I would love, like you mentioned, boxing does this a really good job at this. They'll give you the free matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but while those free matches are going on, they're highlighting in the backstage the main card getting ready, the guys that you want to see get ready.
Exactly.
And that's what they should be doing. They should show Brock pumping, getting his pump on. See Oba stretching, showing highlights of what happened before.
Yeah. Because I think, like, if you look at night 1, those matchups are perfect. The first hour. And again, we're going to do a whole preview next week, so we won't even talk about who we think wins, blah, blah, blah. But Drew, Jacob, perfect. Those are like some beasts that you get like if you're not familiar, holy shit, these guys are crazy. You can still hype up Randy, Cody. You got Liv, Stephanie, Gunther, Seth. And then you have the 6-man tag match, which if you're not, again, a big wrestling person, but maybe you're into streaming, YouTubers, cards. You see Logan Paul and I Show Speed, and you're like, oh, that's cool. I'll check this out too, But yeah, I hate that Brock and Oba are on the free hour.
Yeah, it could be Brock being like, yo, I'm done. Like, I just want to get this over with and be out.
It could be. And they who did he wrestle the one year? And they opened the show. Because I remember it wasn't expected, but he comes out and Paul Heyman's like, if we're not closing, we're opening because we're not staying around,
Yeah.
But that was like on the full PLE. There was no free ESPN2 time. And ESPN2.
Not even
they're not putting it on main, like usually no matter what service you have, you get both. But still, it's like you don't put it on ESPN. Like what the hell's going on that night? Like some like baseball. I love baseball.
Yeah,
but let's keep it a buck.
It's not October yet, so
yeah, and it could be basketball, but also you can put that on ESPN too. Like, it's just weird.
I do have faith that anytime you get two big guys and guys that have heat and they've created this heat, I am optimistic. I feel like, yes, while it is the first hour, this is going to be a launching pad for the rest of the card. So let's go out there. Let's have a banger. There's not going to be anybody in the middle of us. Let's go. I'm just worried that it's going to be a squash. Oba has been wrecking Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And this might be the get back. And so that's what I'm worried about. I don't want a squash match. I want these guys to be able to really throw down.
Yeah. I just think from a sales perspective, like you never give away free shit that like could quench the appetite of somebody. Like, okay, I got enough with the free version. I'm good. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't like if I was just a regular Joe that didn't do a wrestling podcast and watch fucking way too much wrestling on television and watch old wrestling and have been watching this for so many years. I think I would want to have people pay and be attracted to that match. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But again, I don't run TKO, right? And they make a lot of money, right? So maybe, I don't know. They probably make, they make more than I'll ever see in my life, which, by the way, I feel like they should be taxed as such. I just did my taxes, okay? I make more money now than I ever have. I'm not stunting on anybody, okay? We're feeling good. We're doing a good thing. But I just keep paying more and more taxes. And it's bullshit. More money comes out of the checks that I get. More money goes to taxes at the end of the year. And this has nothing to do with wrestling, okay? But if I could put whoever is in charge of that in a goddamn headlock, I would just be a happier human being. I would gladly pay my shit if I could just make somebody tap out that's in charge of deciding how much I pay. So anyways, that's a side note. Sorry, it's been frustrating for me recently with that.
It's all good. I was just having a text conversation. I wish we could choose where our taxes go.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna pay, let me choose where it goes. Let me go and
if I knew what it was paying for. Yeah. Beyond what I pay for bi-weekly out of my own checks, like I'd love to know, like, okay, where does this money that I'm sending the IRS go to? Like I know, $8 billion wild amount of money on a war. And we won't get, into the geopolitical aspects of what's going on in the world, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't get it. And I guess you have to make millions and millions. I understand the more money I make as I get older, which I'm thankful and I'm blessed for this. But I understand why some rappers get caught up on tax evasion. Cause it's like, what the fuck?
That's just poor planning, bro.
When I was making peanuts, nothing, I was getting money back every year in taxes. Like, damn, this is cool. I get 3 racks for taxes. Like, oh, let's go buy some stuff. Now that I'm paying too much, in my opinion, I'm like, how does that work out? Like, I'm making more, I'm giving more, but now I give more again.
Bro, anyways, just try having a family, working a good job, being a good human, and not being able to get into a house. Being able to afford a house or certain things. It's a flip-flop society here in America right now, and something's got to change.
Yeah, hopefully at some point. I will say, if you just like get that OnlyFans popping, like I know you got your Patreon. Shout out to, you want to shout it out? Go ahead. I'm a patron.
Patreon.com/DreRawka. $3 a month. You can pay the bare minimum. It's like 15 cents a day. It just, if you like the personality I am, if you want to just help a brother out, it just helps out.
Yeah, I think I'm on the platinum package.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I need to go look and see exactly what package I'm on.
I'm
3 cents a day sounds Good.
I'm gonna come rub your feet. You get
There we go. Hey, yo, relax. Anyway, we'll get back on topic. But
hey,
what else?
we
What
got
else
a
about wrestling?
we got a debut happening the Friday. Keys is back. He's be debuting. Royce Keys. Last time we seen him in action, I believe it was at Royal Rumble. No word on who he's going to be fighting that I could see. I just seen the story of him coming from East Palo Alto, and a lot of people have heard his story on Stephanie McMahon's podcast. So I'm excited to see Royce Keys get in motion. Royce Keys reminds me of the old school wrestlers. The guys that were just larger than life, big powerhouse kind of guy, and I'm excited to see what this guy can bring.
I'm excited too. I for the time that I was watching AEW, I did enjoy Powerhouse Hobbs in AEW. I've seen too many leaks from dirt sheets, and if it is true what they have planned for him, I don't want to fucking deal with it. What I've read, him Jelly Roll versus The Miz and your boy Mr. Toxic himself. My mind just went blank.
Kit Wilson.
That's what I've read. So if that's the case,
it might be fun. Look, here's the thing. Kit Wilson. I love Kit Wilson. I love Pretty Deadly. Miz, Hall of Famer. Like guy.
There's someone else in this that I'm not. I get why he's there. I'm not a huge fan.
Now here's the thing. Jelly Roll he hasn't fumbled, bro. Like every big spot, he took a huge leapfrog from the turnbuckle onto a table from Paul. He's worked the mic, he's overcoming something. We got to remember, like he's not developmental. He's literally developing on the main roster on the biggest shows, and we know why. It's because of his name. It's bringing attention to the sport. So for me, if this was a year ago, I'd be like, oh come on. But now it's like he's been working, bro, and anybody that works, I feel like deserves an opportunity. It's kind of the same feeling I had over Jade. Jade kind of fast tracked. Like she already has the belt. She just got in.
Yeah. I would say maybe my issues with Jelly Roll are like outside of wrestling.
Yeah, did he ever bring to attention his thoughts on ice that he said
absolutely not. I'm just a country boy. Like, no, you're not. Like, let's, and also, anyways, we won't even get into why I don't like Jelly Roll as a entertainer, possibly human being. But anyways, one thing I didn't love about Jelly Roll recently in wrestling, why do we need him involved with Randy and Cody? This is obviously, again, we haven't talked in a while. This is before we get the Pat McAfee of it all. But because they had one match, they're supposed to be like best friends. Like, so he goes out there to tell Randy, hey, that's your brother. Calm down, that's your brother. Right. And then he gets RKO'd, which I was cool with. But also it was like, why Jelly Roll? That Jelly Roll. What?
You got to think too. Randy hasn't really been in stories. Randy's kind of just been floating. There was
recently, sure.
Yeah. So the most recent thing for him is Jelly Roll.
Is it?
Yeah, it is because before
that was last Mania, though. He hasn't done anything.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, I guess a little quick shit with Cena, which was fun.
Yeah, but you don't remember it, do you?
Well, I remember it because I watched all that shit.
All right,
but anyway,
nothing. So I'm not terribly mad at it. I get it. We kind of have to, just us being WWE fans alone. Like we have to take off the entertainment. We have to take off the reality hat and put on the entertainment hat. And everything that you said is reality versus the entertainment side, right? So I think we have to, if we're going to enjoy it, we have to do that.
You got to kind of be like, all right, I get
and it's hypocritical. We all can't be Mick Foley. You know what I mean? If we were all Mick Foley, we wouldn't be watching. We wouldn't even be talking about it.
It's true. I agree.
So what are we gonna do?
Just we're going to talk about kayfabe only.
Hey, is there any issues with Big Show? Big Show's a good human, right?
I think so.
Like Paul, like because I was watching the Chris Van Vliet interview that he had with him, and I was already a show fan, but the honesty that show gave, and he continues to give, and I haven't seen anything that's like cancel this guy. He is such a good guy, and
yeah, he seems like a great dude.
when I brought up Mick Foley, I instantly thought about Paul as well. It's
Yeah.
their Big Show.
I did see that they did that interview. I haven't listened or seen it yet. There's so much stuff. Like there's that. Triple H was just on Cody's. Like it's just a lot of wrestling content to consume.
7 a.m. in Brooklyn, Shawn Michaels.
I did listen to probably about half of that.
Kaz needs his own show, man. Kaz is so much bigger than just being a B mic. Like Kaz, he especially in the wrestling space. You know, I would love to see him on an A mic because he's a fan of it. You could just tell.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think Kaz enjoys. I mean, because he's on the Masked Man talking about wrestling with David Shoemaker as the B. I think he just enjoys being a B. But he's like 5 different shows where he does that.
Yeah, let's get you on an A mic though. Let's get you on an A mic. Let's get you being that guy.
Even on Hot 97's Morning, which I haven't checked out since, I'm
It's
TV,
rough.
bro.
It's rough, bro. It's rough. Oh man. I mean, it's rough in the sense of it's not gonna last. You know, knowing that world and knowing this world, Miro is better in this world, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, is any? I don't see any. What radio? You got the Breakfast Club, but that feels like something totally different at this point than what it used to be.
Yeah.
Like what radio shows or even?
I mean, the West Coast they have. I mean, but then I think he just signed to oh my gosh. I think he just signed to somebody else. It's not the Power no more. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, I mean, even the Breakfast Club, the probably the biggest morning show in the urban space. You know, you got Elvis Duran that's killing it. Ryan Seacrest, of course, but on the quote unquote for the listeners, the urban stations, Breakfast Club, I feel like they fumbled the bag going with Netflix. Unfortunately, I feel like
who knows? I don't know what that Netflix money looked like.
I shouldn't say fumble the bag because they're getting paid for sure. But I think as far as like being direct to consumer with the people and ingrained into what it should be, I feel like moving to Netflix was not a good move.
So they're getting the Rocky you sold out chance is what you're saying.
Yeah, but you always get an opportunity to have a big comeback when you do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, and look how it turned out for Rocky. Sold out, boom. Look, one of the biggest star. Well, if you ask CM Punk, was at one time a big Hollywood star. Not anymore.
Can we also stop like doing the pipe bomb thing? Like just let him cook. Like we don't have to reference a pipe bomb.
Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, that's definitely an overused term, but he is so stupidly good on the mic, right? He may be a little bit slower in ring. Some things may not look quite as good, but on the mic, like, still just spits flames.
Really good promo. I was surprised he was able to get Roman up. To be honest with you, that power bomb was nasty.
Yeah, they did slow it down. It doesn't matter. We'll just live in kayfabe. Yeah, it was nasty.
It looked like he was about to miss. Roman had to pull some weight or something, but it looked a little tough.
Hell yeah! I mean, Roman's a big human being, bro.
He is.
Power bomb him. Like you can get other moves off, but a power bomb of that man, that's crazy.
Really fun. Spitballing. I really enjoyed. I forgot AJ Lee was even a champion. To be honest with you, but really good segment with her and Becky. Michael Cole gets interrupted. Sorry, Cole. But really fun back and forth between the two. AJ Lee, while recording, cooks. Live does okay, but I feel like this last back and forth between the two while I wasn't even excited about the match, I am kind of excited about to see how this thing goes.
I am cautiously optimistic about that match because AJ hasn't had a good match since coming back.
She hasn't.
Yeah.
But again, no developmental. She's been out 10 years, right? No developmental. She's just jumping right in.
Right. And true. But since she's come back, has she only and won the title, sorry. She's only wrestled Bailey, right? That was it. Unless I didn't see, maybe I'm forgetting, but it just feels like, so like, why would not get more reps of actual matches? She wanted to be a fighting champion. Yeah. I feel like that's all we've seen is the Bailey match.
Yeah. She hasn't worked with nobody else. Or maybe this is a setup, man. Put the kibosh on Becky and work with some younger talent, like,
yeah.
I don't know who came up with your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, but my favorite wrestler don't like you.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
No disrespect.
I mean, I know she was we've talked about this before. She was so integral to like a very specific time period.
Yeah.
But in reality, I feel like that was like a year and a half, and as much as I am a Team Bella fan, and my wife brings it up anytime they're on the television or we pass them on 2K, it's like chill. All right, I married you. Okay, relax.
Yeah, but then I bet you the Bella twins can't cross over anybody, huh?
That's what I'm saying. I try to tell her that. I could be there. You want me to go there? I don't want to. I'm here. Okay. But like my point was, like Nikki had a much longer reign, and was at the top of at the time Divas division, and in the Women's Revolution, I think she played a more important role. But the thing is like you can make up any story you want, which is the cool thing. So that's kind of what they've done with AJ.
Is Nikki injured? Is it like her ankles, or is it Brie?
I don't know. They're on the fatal 4-way.
On the fatal 4-way. So on Monday, they announced the fatal 4-way, right? And Cole had mentioned, I think it was Cole or Tessitore, one of the two. I forget who's on Raw. Mentioned that one of the Bellas was injured, and I believe it was Nikki. So that might be a match change if her ankle is not back. Or it might be a squash where they just get out quick or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's a fatal 4-way, right? So yeah, I mean, I think even if they take, I don't know, people love the Bellas, like from a fan perspective. Mm-hmm. So I think you have to have them in there. I don't know. I'm just looking at this card. Obviously, I'm excited to talk about this next week and give a full preview, but where do I want to go next? Can we talk about Liv just getting a concussion?
Oh, jeez.
Bro, that goose egg was wild.
Bro, I heard it when it happened. I was like, oh, yeah, that is bad. But I thought Roxanne Perez got the worst of it.
Oh,
but it was Liv.
It's like smush faced.
Roxanne hasn't even showed her face yet, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah, man. I was like, that could have been bad, like really bad. You know what I mean? From a perspective of like, well, there's no match now. Ooh, so let's be a little more careful next time.
Yeah, it's definitely
it was crazy though.
That was a receipt because Liv a few weeks ago was putting it on Steph.
That's
bad.
True.
That was a receipt. That's what that was.
Yep. Loved that though. Let's see. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about.
Keeping with Judgment Day though, I am happy. I know we didn't get Finn and MG and JD McDonough, but I am happy that we are getting the Demon.
I think that's cool. I wish they would have. And maybe again, I've missed, and through all the wrestling, I just didn't realize it. Obviously, I knew that it was going to be Dom and Finn, and maybe I missed this on the show. So, listeners, I'm sorry if I did. Dre, I'm sorry if you caught this and I didn't. But I just knew the match was made. Right? Cool. Yep. Great. But then all of a sudden, via socials, it said the Demon. Did it ever explicitly say on the show that that's what was happening?
No, it didn't.
Okay, so this is what pisses me off. Okay, so there's that. That's number one. Because there's two instances of like something happening on the show and then socials announcing shit. So that's the first one, which I love the demon. I'm cool. That I'm excited. That's fun. But why didn't we learn of that through storyline on the show? Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm like, yelling at a cloud and shit in my front yard. But then also the Penta match, the IC ladder match, where Penta in ring, it essentially felt like an open challenge, right? I'll be there. My title will be hanging. Whoever, I don't remember exactly what he said. Whoever wants some, blah, blah, blah. Then an hour later on their socials, it shows the other competitors. I mean, obviously outside of Ray, who was just added. But I'm like, what the fuck? Why? To me, it'd be funner. One of two ways it'd be funner. Lead up with people challenging and say they want a piece of it. Okay, you're added. Or two, just have the match, have the poster. You got Penta with the ladder, the IC title hanging, and just blank faces, mystery men who are going to come out. Because that's what this is. It's a bunch of fucking great wrestlers that are just thrown together. So either you have the open challenge and people answer it and say they want a piece of it, or just don't tell us who's in it.
I'll give you 3 letters. TKO. Money. Okay. They see it. TKO sees it as I'm just assuming, right? I'm not in the board meetings, but I'm assuming that they need to sell WrestleMania. How do we sell WrestleMania? We can't sell WrestleMania to them off of, let's tease this person's coming back or this is happening, right? When Penta, the whole rumor with Penta, we'd get a little bit of glimpses of Penta from vignettes. It's like, whoa. And then when he finally shows up, it's like, oh, yes, we knew it. This is going to be great. But with this, they're like, all right, you're going to tune in but to see the demon. That's why you need to buy this pay-per-view. That's why you need to get a ticket.
Okay, but then do it on the show if you know you're going to do it. Do it on the show when the show's on. And to be honest, he was trapped under the chair. They could have easily done that in the back. Jackie Red or not Jackie Redmond, whoever whoever.
Courtney Kelly or whatever.
Finn, are you Finn? Blah blah blah. Are you okay to? He doesn't know what he just brought out of me. The demon, boom, bam, hell yeah, crowd cheers. Instead, it's like here's an Instagram post saying the demon will be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, have a seance summoning the demon or something.
You could have just done it like I said. He could have said that in the back, and then the demon's there instead of like it's on Twitter, X, and Instagram. Like I think they're getting away from shit.
Or we're just two clowns that missed it because we're old.
And that could have happened too. That's why I tried to check with you.
I didn't see it, but I also have a lot of things going on over here.
You're my fact checker.
Yeah, but I am excited to see it. We've been excited to see those two throw down.
Yeah.
I wish we would get more specialty type matches. I get it. It's WrestleMania. There's a lot of like go, but I wish we got more specialty matches on that card. Go ahead. The last time we got the demon, it was a Hell in a Cell with Edge, and that was fun. Yeah. That was cool. Like that's what I want to see the demon in, not in a one-on-one one fall.
Here's the deal. So I'm just checking times. There may be more matches added to each show.
Well, if you're getting 2 on ESPN, the free hour, I'm assuming that might make room for the main card.
Well, yes, and also that preview or the first hour free live starts at 4 p.m. our time, 6 Eastern. So that's 3 Pacific while they're in Vegas.
Tomasolo?
No, I don't think that stuff happens until after. I feel like that's like a SummerSlam. Or even like a payback in Puerto Rico.
Ooh,
that what it is?
did we get Bad Bunny then?
Bad Bunny, hopefully.
I'm still convinced Bad Bunny's the masked man that took out the Vision.
Hey, quick question about that. Where did all the masked men go? They just went back home.
They're still shuffling in the back.
Another thing, like, I don't know. Anyways, I've been negative enough. I'm excited for WrestleMania. We're going to do a full preview next week, but it's like, God damn, guys. You had literally the Foot Clan out there, and you unmasked people, and they're gone. They're gone.
Gone. Sayonara.
Gone. You know, like Justin Timberlake, man. You see that shit? It was an NSYNC Justin Timberlake reference because he just got arrested for a DUI and he was gone. But also the NSYNC song was gone. And now the masked men are gone. Let's just end it there. How do we get any better than that shit?
Let me just make sure I didn't have anything else. Lil Yachty joining Trick Williams WrestleMania. I'm assuming Yachty, Lil Boat, is gonna be doing the entrance for Trick, is what I'm assuming, instead of 3-6 Mafia.
They're not 3-6 Mafia. What?
With that Trick? They're the ones that
I
did
see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but no, the crowd. No, the crowd singing that. They're not having Juicy J and DJ Paul come out. The crowd is singing "Whoop That Trick." Can you? I mean, hopefully they sell some more tickets because I heard the tickets are bad. But all those people chanting "Whoop That Trick."
Yeah, see,
like, it's not going to be an artist. Like, that's the crowd. And I don't mind Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty, for what he was doing, it's fine.
Yeah,
Lil Yachty isn't getting in any action. He's not hitting anybody. He's just sitting there being a goon.
Safe to say Offset won't be back, right? He just got shot in the butt.
Damn. Yeah.
Sorry, it's not funny to get shot.
It's not.
It's just like, holy smokes, man. We just seen you on Raw. Now,
yeah, get shot in the
glute.
I don't know. Like, if you were to get shot, where's the one area where you'd like, yeah, go ahead? It'd have to be the cheeks, right? I mean, it would suck to sit.
Think about how much you do with your ass, bro. Like, you do a lot.
Well, okay, then where else? They're like, hey, listen, you got to get shot somewhere.
Shoulder?
I feel like the pain in the shoulder, and then like it messes up the bone, all the surgeries. You just get shot in the ass. Like,
where do you hold on what part of the cheek do you get shot? Do you get shot like this, or you get shot?
Well, it's not going to go totally in your body, but I'm assuming he didn't get shot like in his ass, right? It was like a cheek. It hit a cheek, probably grazed the cheek. Would be my assumption. Could be wrong on that.
It could be too. think about leaving the hospital. Like how demoralizing leaving the hospital. Like you ain't sitting down in the wheelchair.
Yeah. No, but you could use the what is it when they like? I've never had these. Knock on wood. Hope I never do. Hemorrhoids. They have like that bubble thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
But if you get shot in the shoulder, the hand, the God forbid, the head, the foot, the leg, like. I think the cheek is probably the safest route.
I'm pretty sure I had a hemorrhoid just a few weeks ago.
Ooh, okay.
I think
sharing a lot. Okay, go ahead.
It was just like a little bump. It's gone now. It was just like a little bump. I was like, whoa.
Did you want to have this on the show, or you just want to consult a physician? Maybe there's a physician listening.
There could be.
If there's any physician listening. Tell you what, Dre will give you 3 months free to his Patreon if you just get on a Zoom with him and look at his ass.
Just take a look.
Yeah.
Take a look. It's in a book. What else? What else do you want to peruse about? I think we hit everything that I want to discuss. Aleister Black, Mark Cardona. That was fun.
Yeah.
Where the hell's Chelsea Green?
Yeah. I feel like she's going to be involved in the U.S. title thing again with Julia Gulia and Tiffany.
Julia, jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Julia, I guess. Do we want to jump into Wrestler of the Week?
Wrestler of the Month.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. Let me think. I'd actually, in my head, I didn't have one.
There was a lot. There was a lot that happened. Do you want me to just go real quick?
Yeah, you go.
All right, Stand and Deliver crowned 2 new champions, Tony D'Angelo and Lola Vice. I am gonna be. I'm gonna have to go with Lola Vice. I think that this is a great moment for her. She came out on top, new champion. Bing bong. She's gonna carry that title well. She's been very active on the NXT roster, and yeah, I'm excited to see what she does with this. And maybe in the next few years, we see her on a main roster.
I do like Tony D'Angelo's new vibe. Like, yes, he's Italian, not necessarily full mobbed out. You know what I mean? For the family, like he's more like just an Italian badass now, like more of a Rocky without the brain damage figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a man that trusted his family and did that too much, and now he realizes that you can't always trust family, and he's doing it himself. And I love that.
I feel like from a wrestling standpoint, you have to go to NXT because though there's been like some pretty okay matches, I don't feel like anyone's really stood out where I watched Raw or SmackDown and was like, damn, what a match.
Well, I mean,
I could be wrong.
Javon did really well, but I'm a Javon stan, so
yeah, sure. So I'm going to piggyback off you and go Lola Vice as well because she has flooded my timeline. Not like she wasn't in it before, but also like I'm excited for this next round of NXT call-ups, right? We're going to get Sol Ruka up. We'll probably get a few more. So for her to have that time after winning the championship, but also just kind of be at the top of the women's division there in NXT, I'm excited for that. And then her eventual call-up too.
Mm-hmm. I am excited that EO finally came out and helped Mommy. I mean, Mommy got jumped by B-Fab, Meechin, and Jade, which I wasn't a fan of this faction, but they're starting to grow on me.
I'm okay with it. Yeah, I don't mind Jade in the faction. Again, I'm a faction guy. I'm old school. Love me a faction. So, like, get these 2 chicks with her that are just going to tear shit up. It's cool.
I was on some blog, and they had a picture of when B-Fab picked up the title, and they're like, man, it doesn't look bad on B-Fab. I'm like, yeah, but B-Fab has to find herself. I don't feel like she's found herself just yet as far as, like, a character. And
jumped around a lot. Yeah.
And where the hell are the Street Profits? Are they cut?
I don't know. We need to make a shirt that says that. One of them just had a kid. Obviously not Montez.
Bro, it's sad. Was it you that said, I forget who it was that said that Bianca might lose her finger?
No, I think it's all good now, right? Like she's going through the rehab now.
I don't know. I don't know who told me. I don't know if it was Pop Out Aiden. I don't know. Oh no, it was Toronto Lucas, and he was telling me that she had the surgery, she had the rehab, but I guess it didn't get better or hasn't gotten better because it's been a few months since the surgery, and you would think
like a month since the last one.
Really?
Yeah.
She's in rehab. Well, I don't know. Best wishes for Bianca.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to Toronto Lucas too.
Yeah, we had an interesting conversation. Not the biggest Brett fan.
He isn't?
No. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with you? He's like, Brett never. Oh, because I was telling him about the Hogan doc that's coming out. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I hope they tell the whole story and, both sides, the good, bad, and the ugly of him. And I seen that Brett was in the doc, and I was like, well, Brett's not going to hold his tongue, but he also doesn't have the ability to edit either. So I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about the Hogan doc. I'm going to watch it regardless, but it kind of feels like it's ran by him. Like
that's what it looks like.
Over it. So like, whatever. It is what it is.
But I just hope he's honest. Like if he's like, yeah, I was a racist piece of shit on camera, then cool. But at the same time, like, man, life is so complex, man. Because some of the people that you idolize and the people that really got you into something might be terrible people or have have terrible moments. And it's just like, man, what do you do? What do you do? What do you say?
Nothing. You're just like, all right.
And Cena's the only one that you can't really say nothing bad about.
Yeah. Heard he's a great guy. My boy, I had lunch with my friend's dad the other day who works on movies, works in California. and he's working on something right now with John Cena, and said he is like the most chill, down to earth actor / person that's in that industry that he's ever met. So very cool.
And I believe every piece of that.
Said he's a monster of a human being, but I'm like, yeah.
Cena can't be more than 6'2", right? Like Cena's pretty short. Is he about 5'11", 5'10"?
Oh hell no! I think he's 6 foot something. Let's see. We'll get IT on it, and then we'll end this shit.
That dude is just huge. A huge individual.
Yeah. He is 6'1".
Okay. All right. Average.
6'1", around 240, 250, but that's a lot of muscle.
Hell
That's
yeah.
not like a normal 240, 250.
That's a lot of maintenance. Sheesh. Keep that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Again, go check out the episode with Braxton, aka Big Country. Very fun episode. We have the WrestleMania preview next week. There might be a guest with us on the third mic. So
hey, could be Big X plug.
Could you imagine?
Could be someone else.
Could be Vanessa Hudgens in Utah. So
hey, come through. We have treats. If you want treats, we'll talk wrestling. We're wrestling fans. Did that sound weird? We have treats. That probably came off really weird.
It would if it was 2009, but she's a grown ass woman now, so it's like,
sure. And who doesn't like treats?
Yeah. Well, fruit snacks,
cookies. I'm also realizing, like, when I record this shit, I probably shouldn't just wear a all white shirt. It's like, well, I'm pale, as you know, and this washes me out. I look wild right now. You probably should have started with that. Said, hey, man, go change your shirt. But it's all good.
This actually, I think this is a good look on you.
Do you?
Yeah, good look. White tee, very much. Hey, yep. I'm just a dad out here living.
Yep, and more white. I can't afford any other tees because I got to give all the money to the IRS. Yep.
Well, I'm just happy that no nukes flew, and hopefully,
brother.
Yeah. Jeez, man. All right. Well, if you want to follow us, figure the number 4 podcast on Instagram, and however you find podcasts, you can find us. Do your Googles, you can find us. 76 episodes, and we're going strong.
Strong. See you for the Mania preview next week. Gang, gang.
Peace.